I love you, Billy.
Love you too, Mommy.
In my opinion, one of the greatest films in drama genre is The Kramer vs. Kramer. It's a story about Ted Kramer, a man who is so career-focused that he neglects his family. This leads his wife, Joanna Kramer, to leave him.
Hey, next week, maybe next year, I don't know. I'll go right out the window.
Oh, please, now come on now.
Forcing the now solo dad to learn the ropes of the fatherhood all over again. At first glance, it might seem like just another cheesy rom-com, the kind filled with typical Adam Sandler humor, or films like The Secret Life of Walter Mitty or Yes Man. In those kind of movies, the writers take the characters' struggles and paint them with a big goofy grin. We laugh through the challenges, laugh through the solutions, laugh at the climax, and of course, everything wraps up with a feel-good happy ending. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a pessimist, but movies like this just don't hit the mark of greatness for me. It's hard to really empathize with the characters because, let's face it, in real life, if you treat everything like a joke, and that's actually how these movies handle it, there's no happy ending waiting for you. You might lose your job, your spouse might leave and not come back, your kids might turn against you, you might miss out on your life goals, people won't take you seriously, and you stay stuck as a nobody, feeling utterly disconnected and losing sight of what makes life meaningful.
Don't believe. You missed the closing. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. Look, I gotta tell you something. I'm getting very, very nervous here. I gotta be honest with you about that. Ever since your wife left you, what is it, 8 months now?
These silly movies don't reflect your real life. They are out of touch with your personal experience, despite tackling pretty grounded and relatable themes. At first, Kramer vs. Kramer might seem like it's cut from a similar cloth. Reading the synopsis or watching the beginning, you might assume it's one of those predictable films. Ted loses his wife because he wasn't paying attention to his family. Then about halfway through, he learns to be a better family man, dad and husband. Few funny scenes, awkward failures and simple life lessons until he fixes everything. And they all live happily ever after. But unlike those other movies, the deeper you dive into Kramer vs. Kramer, the more it pulls you into its world. It makes you reflect on your own life, your relationships, your career. The intensity builds with every minute, and yet there's nothing over the top or extraordinary happening on screen.
And you may not want to hear this, but it took a lot of courage for her to walk out of here.
How much courage does it take to walk it on your kid?
Throughout the film, there's almost no music, which really amplifies the seriousness of the story, especially in the final moments. A lot of the scenes weren't even pre-planned, so you'll catch moments of actor improvisations where the reaction from the other cast members feels so genuine that it doesn't seem like acting at all. And don't let the fact that it came from 1979 scare you off. The year or country of the origin doesn't define a film's quality. If you've been searching for something truly worthwhile to watch and you haven't seen Kramer vs. Kramer yet, I can't recommend it enough.